If you want to run multiple baits on one rig and never have them tangle, the T-knot is hands down the best way to get that to happen. It's a knot that I wish I learned much earlier in my fishing career, and we're going to go over it in today's video. So let's learn how to tie it. All right, so let's tie this knot here. Now this right here, this side that I have, this is my tag end. And then all this stuff, this is your line that is going to your rod and reel, right? So we're gonna be tying our knot down at our tag end. Now, the way you wanna start, you wanna give yourself a decent amount of line to work with. So I'm gonna go up about 1.5 feet here on this line to start my knot. And to start your knot, all you're gonna do is you're going to make a loop just like this. And you wanna make it pretty long because you're gonna have some wrapping to do in here. And we're gonna fold that loop over onto your finger and your thumb and your pointer finger, just like this. So as you see here, right, I have my loop that I made. It doesn't matter if there's some wraps here at the bottom. You're gonna take that loop and you're going to fold it just like this. So you should have kind of a one single loop and then a double loop in your fingers here holding it down. And all you're gonna do here is you're gonna take this and you're gonna wrap it around that loop. So you're gonna take the single loop and wrap your single loop inside your double loop. And we're gonna do this about 5 or 6 times. When you have a heavier pound test, it is much harder to do those wraps. So with a heavier pound test, you're typically only gonna get away with 5. 5 is kind of what I do for all of them. So when you have it ready, you're gonna start pulling on your loop and your line, and as you notice, it should start looking like this as it coils down, right? And that's how you know that you're starting to tie this knot correctly. Now at this point, you're gonna wanna put some lubricant. So whether it's water, saliva, whatever, you're gonna have to put something down because those coils, they need to be able to slide. If they don't, they're gonna get caught up and your knot is not gonna look very good, right? So you're gonna hold that, and then you'll kind of notice it's gonna coil. It's gonna coil together, just like that. And that's how you know you did it right, because you're gonna have that perfect stack right there on the bottom. Now, there's people that fish just like this. They put their hook on and they start fishing. However, the next step we're gonna do is gonna make our rig even better. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn this around right here, and we're going to take our tag end and put it this way, and then we're gonna take our line coming up from our rod and reel, and we're gonna put it the other way. Just like this, as you see right there. I'm gonna move my other line this way to make it a little easier for you guys. Just like this. Now, you're gonna take your thumb, okay, and you're going to actually connect, hold that spot right here where those two lines meet, just like this. And at this point, you can if you wanna pull one and shorten it, you can pull it out and lengthen it, right? You can do whatever you want. I like to have it to where this side right here is, if this is 1, right, this is gonna be 4 times the amount. And the reason why is because we're gonna be having a lot of coiling to do, and you wanna give yourself enough room. Once you've tied this quite a bit, you kind of know how much space you need to be able to tie it. But to make the knot as easy as possible for you guys to see and to tie in the field, this is what I like to do. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our tag end line, and we're going to start wrapping it around this line right here. And at this point, what's nice is we don't have to hold on anymore. As you guys notice, it kind of can just sit there. Even if you have a higher pound test, it's still going to be okay. And we're going to wrap this 5 or 6 times around that loop, just like that. Now at this point, you are going to have to hold your thumb down, because we have to create this loop here for our previous tie to go through, right? So we're going to start doing the same thing. We're gonna hold it down, and we're gonna go 5 more loops. As you guys see, there's a big open loop here that I'm kind of holding down with my thumb. We're gonna do this 4 or 5 times. Just like that, okay? And as you guys see, I still have my little open loop right here, and we're gonna take our previous little knot that we made here, and we're gonna actually put that through our rig. Through it just like that, through that little loop. Okay, and now we can kind of pull them all together here. With the braid, it kind of gets a little kind of weird adjustment. With mono, that typically doesn't happen. But as you guys see here, this is how you know you're starting to do it correctly, because you've kind of got some stack forming on both sides. This is when I would apply some more lubricant to that line. And then as you pull tight, just like before, you're going to start seeing that stack happen here, right? You're going to start seeing everything start to perfectly stack as you tie it together. Just like that. Just like that right there. And as you guys can see, this is why they call it the T-knot, because you have your two shorter sides and then your longer side down. You know, the knot looks like a T as you tie it. And this basically, no matter what messing around you do with the line, right, it's going to keep it perfectly straight out so that your hook is not getting tangled up in your line with other hooks, with your weight, whatever it is, it's not going to get messed up. So at this point, if you want to tie more, you can. You know, if you want to tie another one down here and then put your weight right here, that way you have a 2-hook rig, you can do that. You can tie as many, you know, down below that leader as you want. Whatever one is on your top is the one you're going to want to tie first on here. But installing a hook is also extremely simple. All we're going to do is we're going to take this loop and we're going to kind of fold it down at the end right here. We're going to put it through that eye, just like that. We're going to open up that loop a little bit and we're going to put it over the top of our hook, just like that, and pull tight. And what's nice is the harder the fish pulls, the tighter that thing stays on the hook. It's very similar to like a Snell knot in that way, where it's you know, the only weakness, I guess, is your line, right? The knot itself is never going to really give out on that at all. And it stays on the hook very well. So yeah, there is your finished rig. If you guys learned something from today's video, you're also going to get a lot out of the 2 videos up top right here. Hopefully you guys got a kick out of today's episode. Consider subscribing. We'll see you guys next time on Humbug Videos.